Alright, Babber.
Hello folks, welcome back to Pillars of Eternity, where, after nearly dying from traps on this walkway last time, we are going to head into this door. Now, I've just had dinner. If a burp comes out, I'm really sorry. I can feel one brewing. Alright, let's see what's in this room. It's going to be ghosts, and I'm going to scream my boobies off.
Of course.
Because we don't want ghosts. We don't like ghosts. Ghosts are mean and horrible. And don't know how to fight fair. Oh, hello. Oh, hello. We're going to find out all about the prison, I hope. No? Did something happen? Gabby's. Oh, there's a little fella there. Oh, it's Iovara. It's that one. Oh, she looks a bit battered now. She didn't have those marks on her face before. Oh, this could be bad. A column of Adra rises above you, not raises, rises above you. Stoic and silent, its ridge layers a measuring stick for the passing of ages. It feels to you as a thick block of ice, and you perceive buried deep in its core a dim flickering flame. All but extinguished, yet preserved against the ravages of the elements, or the elephants. At your approach, the flame seems to steady and draw strength, and the layers separating it from you melt away, and you are bathed in its glow, a bright beacon in the gloom. Oh, hello. The glow seems to fade as though you had adjusted to its intensity, and where it was, Iovara steps into existence. An idolic shade hovering above the moist prison floor. I don't know what that means. An idolic shade? I don't know. The context is like it's visible. I have no idea. Although we do like the word moist. Apparently most Americans don't like the word moist. I don't know why. It's a great word. Though ageless, she appears somehow different to you now. A slight stoop to her carriage, perhaps, or a trace of sunkenness in her eyes. There is a broad scar across her face. I said about that, didn't I? Fibrous and wormy where flames once lapped, unhealed even in
Hello,
death.
Sister. It has truly been ages.
It has been a little while.
You're so different now from who you were then, yet much remains the same. Old troubles with a new face. What is it that has brought you here?
It would seem I have unfinished business. I'm here to free you. I go wherever fate takes me. I need answers, and you better give them to me, Ghost. No, that's a bit mean. I wanted to make sure you still suffer for your transgressions. I like number 3, and I like number 1. Because we weren't here to free her, were we? Was that our plan? No, we're here to get Theos. That's what we're here for. I'm going to go with number 1. I think it would seem I have unfinished business here.
I'd hoped after our last discussion you would find what you sought. Has it eluded you all this time?
Yes.
I can only guess your presence here has something to do with Theos.
You'd be right.
The energy of this place changes when he is near.
Oh dear.
I don't know what he has done, but I do know of the souls that pass through here now. They do not come by choice.
Theos diverted them from the cycle. He seeks to empower Wodica and to blame Animancy for the damage he's caused. Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking, honest
After
Gov.
all this time, he would still stand against the tide.
You knew me when Theos did. There's something I need to know about that time.
I will tell you what I remember.
Okay, there's something about that lifetime my soul can't let go of. I need to know what it is, and I'm running out of time. I see moments from that life, of you, of the Inquisition, of Theos.
I can see his influence, still hanging like a weight about your neck. So it always was. He had inspired something in you.
Okay.
We spoke of him the last time you were here also.
Oh, did we?
It was just after the trial. You were agitated. I think because you started to consider that what I was teaching may have been true.
Okay, are we going to get agitated again then? And what was that? Iovara's mouth tightens and her brow furrows, a look of pity. Her eyes shift back and forth between each of yours as if looking for something that would help her decide whether to speak.
That the gods aren't real.
Ooh, the gods aren't real. Are they just really powerful people? Oh.
She's not serious.
Oh, she might be.
Nonsense! Clearly she has not been on the receiving end of a god's ire. She'd know how real the gods can be.
Well, we did that thing to get the gods' favour by killing 2 people, and the gods spoke to us, but they might just be really, like Q from Trek, and they might just be really powerful.
But that's not... Is that the truth we've come for? That even the gods are false?
Possibly.
That doesn't seem possible.
Well, it might be.
What I taught was that the gods whose faith we had been spreading were not gods at all, but something else entirely. Something created by people.
I wonder if they're like the gods in Discworld, where the more people that worship them, the more powerful they become. And as people stop worshipping them, they lose their powers. There's a story about a little turtle fella who's a god, and he's just a little turtle now because nobody believes in him anymore. But let's see, what have we got? Who created these gods and for what? This is why you started your own faith. How did you discover this?
The Nguithan missionaries all knew it, but they never told the rest of us. They meant it to be a secret that died with them. And in the end, they allowed their bloodlines to fade from memory. I had been assigned to join a few of them at a temple. I found the door to their chambers closed, but the room was stone and the door thin. Their voices carried. I heard enough. I investigated the things they spoke of, and everything was there, just as they said it'd be.
Okay, interesting. You gonna speak? No? Later on, after I left the Order, a few Nguithians found my words persuasive and joined my cause. They revealed what I did not already know. And who created these gods and for what?
They were conceived by Engwith, a society of high minds and broad concerns.
Oh, the elite.
Theos's people.
Oh, Theos's people.
In their time,
okay.
Every people worshipped its own gods. Sometimes they warred over it.
People do that.
After a few wars of their own, the Nguithans sought an end to it. They devoted all their energy to finding the true creators.
Well, let's go with evolution.
Generation after generation, they prodded and worked the stitching of the world and unlocked its secrets. One day, they found an answer.
Okay.
Except the answer was no answer at all.
Well, that's rubbish.
There were no gods to be found. Or if there ever were, they were gone.
Now that's the kind of thing I'm talking about.
It shook them, this finding. If they could discover this on their own, how long until others would? How long before war and chaos reigned over a world without consequence?
Well, you can still have
But
morals.
they had mastered many things in their pursuit of these answers. And with their mastery, they crafted their own gods to fill the void, and sent missionaries to the corners of the world to spread their faith.
And that's why you started your own faith.
I never thought of it as faith, but I think you are right to call it that. Let the world see. Let them decide what to do. That was my faith.
Fair enough. But you can still, I'm just pointing out, you can still have morals even if you don't have faith.
I became
Just
a missionary
saying.
because the gods brought me hope that I wanted to bring to others. For a time, the truth sent me to a dark place.
Doesn't it always?
Then the day came when I realized nothing had changed, that I still had a purpose, and the purpose was the same and it was worth living for.
Excellent.
I began questioning the other missionaries in public, exposing their parlor tricks. In time, their following became mine.
Okay. Is it true what you taught?
You asked me this once before. Nothing I can say would be any proof, and it may be certainty your soul craves. Resolution.
Nah, it's fine.
But if you are bound for the same place Theos directs these souls, you will see for yourself, as you once did.
Okay.
Everyone faces this truth at one time or another. Few confront it, few have the stomach to ask what if.
Ah, what
and
if?
in avoiding the question,
2 amazing
they
words.
deny themselves an identity of their own.
We should all ask what if. Iovara scans her audience in silence, her eyes thoughtful, lingering on each member of your company in turn, finding interest in things unseen.
What if all the tragedy, all the persecution, came in defense of an imposter?
Well, we'd have to do something about that, wouldn't
That's
we?
not... That can't be right. Aethys, he's done miracles for people.
Maybe he's just a really powerful mage.
The power of the gods is undeniable. The truth of the story they weave is not.
Okay, because it's all myth and legend.
If all our common threads are spun
simple
from a
man.
lie, what's left to bind us together?
Well, more lies, I guess.
I don't know. I never found the answers I sought. But after all we have seen, I think the gods are not enough. Perhaps the threads are unraveling. The lie is too old.
The lie is too
I think
old.
maybe
Yes.
we are all meant to be divided. Every effort, every search for a single truth will end in failure. Because there is no single truth. We seek simple answers where there are none.
Wow,
Threads
I'm all
spun
confused.
from falsehoods tend to unravel on their own, my friend. For it is in our natures to seek truth.
Well, yeah,
what if
that's
neither
fair.
guide knew the way? How then would you choose a course?
So we're checking out Iovara at the minute. What if neither guide knew the way? How then would you
WoW
choose a
teaches
course?
us that the gods cannot give you lasting wisdom. They can only inspire you to find wisdom in your own time.
Iovara looks at her, his smile rising as he scratches his chin.
What if our burdens come to us not because they are meant to be, but because they happen to be?
We fulfill them anyway, because they still matter to the people around us, even if we know better.
That's a very good answer, Sagani. I wouldn't have thought of that myself.
What if the cycle of birth and death is nothing more than a tool of endless preoccupation?
The grieving mother returns returns her gaze, nodding her head almost imperceptibly. For a moment, all is silent. Iovara nods back, seemingly moved by some unspoken understanding. You feel the weight of Iovara's translucent eyes upon your soul. What if we can be assured of nothing? Wow. The only value is in the things we create ourselves. That's fair. That's fair. Then we had best build our own strength so we can bear it. Then only when we cease to exist as beings can peace be found. Then it's the questions that have always posed more value than their answers. Well, that's true. You know, you look at science, every time we learn something new, 10 more questions appear. And the questions always seem to be more valuable. Then the few people who realise that, the better. Well, you know, people are quite generally stuck in their own minds and concerned about themselves, and all we can do is endure. I think I like the first one, though, to be fair, although the questions one, I think I might go for that. I'm going to go for that. Then it is the questions that have always posed more value than their answers.
Well said. Just think of the whole conversation we're having. Whether or not the gods are real, simply asking the question forces us to look closely at what we know.
Exactly.
Even if we can't answer with certainty if they're real or not. The exploration is what makes us grow.
Absolutely, yeah. Iovara, I'm with you all the way on that,
The
mate.
question is a journey, and a journey is what makes us who we are, it's true. But when one journey leads only to the next, then where may one find rest?
Well, you know, you don't.
I ask these things
I
not
know.
to trouble you, but to show why they must be confronted. No answer is simple, but somewhere between them all lies a truth so beautiful, not even a god could conceive it. Do we not owe ourselves a chance to find our part in it?
We do, even without assurances, there is still truth. I like that, yeah. No, people need to know that things happen for a reason. A fabricated reason is better than none at all. Things don't happen for a reason. Things just happen. I don't think it makes it. I'm going with the first one. Even without assurances, there is still truth.
If that is truly what you believe, then you are a far different person than the one I knew.
Is that a good
I've been
thing?
alone here with my thoughts for so long now. I've found peace with my failures and with my punishment. I no longer curse fate for what might have been. But there is one thing that has clawed and scraped at my mind all these years. One thing that will not be put to rest until I know. Until I understand.
For the first time, hints of doubt trace her serene visage.
I need to know why you chose to remain with the Inquisition, even after you'd learned the truth.
I don't know.
Do you remember?
No. As she asks, the memory springs to your mind immediately, as though it had just happened. I never forgave you for what happened between us. Your teachings were a threat to all I believed in. I resented you. I wanted to please the gods. Your capture brought me glory. I was afraid of what Theos might do to me if he didn't. Theos is a real thing. We know that, we've been chasing after him. So why did I choose to remain with the Inquisition? I was afraid of what Theos might do to me if I didn't agree to do it.
Boudica gifted him a great many things, but his ability to manipulate was always his own.
There we go.
Good. The things I taught, the things I believed, I needed to hear that. I needed to know it wasn't because...
Because what? I needed to know it wasn't because after everything you'd learned, you'd still rather believe in a lie. Well, maybe I did then, but now? No problem. If that is the conclusion people reach once they know everything, then my purpose has been a mistake. Did my opinion matter so much to you?
I've always looked up to you, since we were children.
Are you like my sister or something in that case?
You had heard both sides, seen everything. If not you, then who?
You're never going to be able to convince everyone of anything, true or not. There will always be dissent. That's because people in general are a pain in the ass. I see your points. Your optimism has always been misplaced. I'm going for number one. That leads me, because people are in general, you have your own little monkey verse of up to 150 people that you are willing to empathise with, and everyone else is just an asshole, because that's how brains work. So if they're working on a similar thing, I'm going with this.
I expected dissent.
You won't
but I needed
convince
to know
everyone.
that true faith would prevail. Perhaps I've been wrong to place so much importance on one person's actions. It was all I could do to feel like there was an answer.
I'm all a bit confused, though, to
Even
be
knowing
fair.
what you've told me, some part of me knows it doesn't truly answer what I wished to know. Nor will an eternity of silent contemplation.
Nah, that's half the problem.
I will have only my guesses and suspicions, and that will have to do.
When you're talking about faith,
And what of your understanding of our past? Are you at ease with the choice you made?
I don't remember. I see the world differently now than I once did. I regret what I did to you and wish your forgiveness. That sounds like the right answer to me. I would do it again given the chance. It wasn't me who made that choice. I bear no responsibility for it. That's also a fair option. I'm leaning towards number one, though, and wish your forgiveness.
I have always forgiven you. Whatever your reason, no quarrel of ideas can sever ties of blood and essence.
So we
no
are
parting
family.
of ways can erase memories of times without worry. Times when even without gods, we were never truly alone.
Nice.
First I thought this might be the source of your soul's anguish. But now I see I was mistaken. You are not divided on this matter.
Something to do with a wheel.
Put it
Remember that.
behind you. It is with Theos that your agony lies, in sun and shadow.
That's fine.
Your questions are not
We'll
for
defeat
me,
him.
but for him. And it may be that only an answer from the mouth of Theos himself will satisfy your needs. Yet if there is anything I can tell you that would be of use, ask and you shall know.
Okay. Right. Are you bound here until the end of
In that
time?
speaking, This is Braeth Yamen, the court of the penitents. Souls are confined here until they repent. They must beg the forgiveness of a god, pledge their soul to them, and they will be lifted from this place to the world.
But we've just said the gods don't
In
exist.
truth, they receive leniency, but not true mercy. The spite of Woodica is eternal. They linger above, at the side of the old court. and
There's
are
the
not
burp.
permitted to leave the island,
Sorry, folks.
forever severed from the cycle. This prison was full once in the days of the Inquisition. But time weathers all things, even will. I'm the only tenant who remains.
Oh, okay.
Yet, I feel their presence strongly now, as it was in the beginning. You have brought many of them here. They cry out for the judgment of Theos.
That was when I was in the Inquisition,
You
I am
struck some
assuming.
bargain with the gods, then.
The other gods aid me because they want Theos destroyed. I owe them no debt. Better to be on their side than Wodica's. I am using the gods to further my own ends. I'm going for the top one again. The other gods aid me because they want Theos destroyed. So do I, and I owe them no debt.
They aid you because they would bend you to their own purposes. Engwith built
We'll figure
gods
that
from
out.
ideals, and an ideal on its own is a grotesque and vicious thing.
It's fine.
But
We'll
these
figure it out.
souls, these forgiven the gods have bequeathed you like chattel. They were loyal followers in life. They will be with you to the very end.
Why don't you repent? You could be free of this place. Let me ask you something else. Maybe I should have asked her. Why doesn't she repent? Let's go back through and...
This prison was full once.
Yep.
They aid
I want
these
to ask you that.
souls.
Why don't you
Last
repent?
time someone asked me that. I was bound to an iron wheel with a broken spine.
Okay.
There are many things I've come to doubt about the choices I made in life. But that trial was my one moment of certainty. Even without a chorus of gods to tell me I had been right. The gods need to be reminded that we have a spirit, and that spirit is proof against their power. They have the power to manipulate and confuse and ruin us, but not to change our will. I will remain here until the world crumbles and fades from existence, with joy in my heart, knowing I've shown them what they truly are.
I like you. This place, sun in shadow, what is it? I could tell you what I believe, but again it would be no proof. I have only what I have seen and what others have told me about it. There is only one man who can tell you now, who knows it to a certainty, and you shall face him soon enough. That'll be Theos then. I will leave you to see it for yourself. Make your own judgments. Better for your soul that way, I think. Fair enough. How is it you speak, Adrian? I speak no language now, but the wordless expressions of the spirit. It is through my connection to you that I am able to draw upon your words and form them as my own. And do you know what it is I need from
I
Theos?
could not say for sure. But you have been to Sun and Shadow before, and it came at a crossroads in your life, when much of what you knew had been upended. I have to believe it will come to you there. Your concerns then were of loyalty and trust and the gods. Everything I told you seemed to send you further into doubt.
Well, back then it sounds like I was part of the Inquisition and brainwashed.
His words mattered to you when you knew him then.
Yeah, not this
After
time.
you and I spoke, you went immediately to seek him out. Perhaps you simply sought confirmation from the man you trusted. If something from that time still troubles you, it may be something he told you then, or refused to tell you. He keeps secrets better than any in this world.
Well, apparently so. And why has he done all
He
this?
cares only for the secret he keeps locked away. He destroys anyone who might discover it, no matter their chances.
So does he know there's no gods and he's like...
That's why he's
Playing on
always
it.
favored Woodica. It isn't in her love of promises or justice. It's her disregard for the rules.
Okay,
Her willingness to do what is necessary.
right.
To Theos, she's not a deity, but an ally with which to conspire. When her power waxes, she does as she pleases with this realm, as well as hers. And she wants that secret guarded as much as he.
So it's kind of the ends always justify the means kind of
If
thing.
Theos succeeds, there will be a shift in the balance of power among the gods. Woodica was vanquished once when the other gods decided she had gone too far and her power diminished. With this infusion, there is no telling what she will do. The only certainty is that there will be chaos in their realm, as well as ours.
So they're from another realm. Okay, so they're sort of just like, I suppose in a way, like Planescape Torment is in its own realm, and you can go to other realms and visit places and stuff, and sort of D&D-ish. And okay, how can I get Theos to tell me what I need to know?
You will not find a more resolute being on all of Eora. There is no offer you could make, nor spell you could cast, nor pain you could inflict that would make him reveal what he hides. But I see you have become a watcher in this life.
I have.
Perhaps in defeat, when he can no longer defend himself, you might learn something from him.
So kill him and talk to his soul is what you're saying.
Theos will not
It's time to go.
If you do not catch up to him now, you may never find him again.
Fair enough. The gods have given me the souls of their forgiven. If you repent, you could join with them, help me strike the final blow. Your defiance here is an illusion. You are a slave to the gods, bound to their rules, stuck in their system. Your continued existence is proof of the gods' dominion over us all. Over all of us, rather. If you hadn't planted doubt in my mind long ago, I'd be living a normal life right now. Before I go, I will repay you for this curse. No, then I will waste no time. Come with me. Help me strike the final blow against Theos.
If I repent, all I have done has meant nothing.
Fair enough. Okay, I will waste no more
It's a
time.
cruel fate to waste
Farewell.
all this time to be reunited with my only sister, only to be forced to part soon after.
I'm sorry.
But then, what is life but a series of brief encounters with those we love?
Yes, exactly.
If ever we should meet again, in this life or any other, I hope to find you at peace.
Oh, bye-bye, sister. Oh, my word. Okay. So, I'm guessing we need to be heading this way out. Yes, and down here and down the stairs and off we go. Which we will do next time after that long chat with my sister I didn't even know I had. It feels like I'm Dawn and she's Buffy. But yeah, next time we'll go off and it looks like we might be facing Theos fairly soon. So yeah, maybe next episode, maybe a little bit longer, we'll see. I've no idea, it's all blind. So until next time folks, bye bye for now.